Friday, August 28th, and welcome to the 3 things I learned in SaaS, sports tech, and live events. Number 1, to die would be a great adventure. Peter Pan said this in 1904. We've read every book since then that says the same thing, whether it's Grit or Win or Learn, whatever else. COVID-19 is horrifying, and it's causing businesses to go under, and it's causing people to really lament and worry about what if that happens. What I've learned in my experience is there is an approach you can take to this. The first few years of Ticket Manager wrecked me physically. It is the most common conversation I have with my mentor meetings. If you really ask any new entrepreneur how they're doing, and you offer them that it is okay to talk honestly about fear and anxiety, it all comes out. My greatest regret was letting that fear get in the way of what should have been one of the most fun parts. And right now I'm smiling because it's just not worth worrying about. I know that sounds easy to say, but here's what we do about it. You build a model and you build a plan for failure. We call it the DO model. You schedule your funeral. You spend 2 days putting everything you'll do in place. You lean into it like it's going to happen. And then you seal the envelope and you move on. It's done. You don't need to think about it anymore. And you get to go back to work on the more fun folder. The one where you change the world, live by your values, and enjoy the ride. As Hunter S. Thompson said, life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in broadside in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming, wow, what a ride. Or as a good friend of mine and one of the most fearless entrepreneurs I know, Mark Powers says, buddy, I'm going in feet first. That's number 1 this week. Number 2, this one makes me laugh. Sounds like she's not the one. With experience comes the ability to see the end goal clearly and to stay away from things that would distract you along the way. Young love and heartbreak led to some of the best advice and most solid understanding of that experience, which I still remember to this day and cite all the time. It's funny now, but I was crushed at the time, and when my dad came and sat down next to me, I was waiting for wisdom in the form of a Folgers moment. He asked me what happened. I explained that, like Cal Weaver in Crazy Stupid Love, I had been cuckolded. And what I got in response was one sentence. Sounds like she's not the one. He stood up and he left me to explore the thought progressions from there. It was the right response, and it was deep on wisdom. It was time to move onward. This happens in business over and over. We spend time being distracted by things that don't take us to the ultimate goal. And experience can help us get to that goal. Hard decisions are very clear to those who have seen it before. Before wasting any time, call your mentor. She or he will give you great advice that enables you to execute on those things. And just know that the most simple and brief, but insightful and perfect advice comes from years of experience. So that's number 2, and it turns out she wasn't the one. Three, they're saying all of it. So sit down and write down all the possible bad things that your team, your investors, your bosses, your customers could say about you. Write them all down, and don't give yourself any self-defense or any opportunity to try to fight back on any of it. Then sit down and understand that they're saying all of those things, because leadership is taking people somewhere else, and many people are content right where they are. It's natural friction. Right? We all have blind spots. We've addressed some of those in the past here, and we need to sit down regularly and address those blind spots. Now, don't get me wrong. No leader's job is to appease the masses. This isn't a popularity contest, and quite frankly, much of what's said is best left just evaporating into the ether to be forgotten. But you will find some things which may be believed by those around you, which is impactful to your ultimate mission. And now you have an opportunity with your to-do list to approach those things. It gives us the opportunity, as we learned this week during Kobe Bryant week, to get better. So rest in peace, Mamba. That was 8/24. It hit too close to home. For those who don't come to our headquarters much, that hill right there, the golden hill you see behind me, is where the accident happened. So that's it for this week. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you next week on The 3 Things.